Good morning, F.Y.B.Sc. student. Today we are going to concentrate on the botany paper first, semester first, BO 111, choice based credit system. And from this choice based credit system, the credit 1, the chapter is second, and the name of the paper is plant life and utilization, and chapter is second, algae. So what is algae? Algae is nothing but it is the chlorophyllous plant which are microscopic or the macroscopic. They are found in the fresh water as well as the marine water. That is, those plants are very small or sometimes they are very large. That is, when we take the example of the Spirogyra, which is very small comparatively, or Zygnema is very comparatively, but when we take the example of the Sargassum, or when we take the example of the Caulerpa, Padina, these are the very large algae. So, when first of all the plants are classified, or plant kingdom is classified on the basis of the presence of the flower or absence of the flower. So first of all, the plant kingdom is classified into the group that is cryptogams and the phanerogams. The phanerogams are the group of the plants which have the presence of these phanerogams have the presence of the flowers and they have the presence of the seed. But next group is the cryptogams, in which the flowers are absent. One more thing, that is the vascular bundles are absent, then seeds are absent, and they are microscopic or macroscopic. Nutritionally they are autotrophic or heterotrophic, and one more thing, they are the terrestrial or the aquatic. One of them is the algae. So these algae belongs to the group Thallophyta, and this Thallophyta belongs to the cryptogams. That is, no doubt they are non-flowering group of the plants in which the flowers are absent, seeds are absent, vascular bundles are absent. These all characters are found in the algae. So well-known example of this algae is the Spirogyra. And what is the algae? That is, algae is the group of the plants which have it belongs to the Thallophyta. So what is meaning of this? That is simple thalloid body. Simple thalloid body means what? That is, each and every plant have the presence of root, stem and leaves. But these three parts are absent in the Thallophyta. So in the algae there are the absence of such type of the root, stem and leaves. So nutritionally they are always autotrophic. That is, autotrophic mode of nutrition is there. That is, they can produce their own food material with the help of chlorophyll pigment and in presence of the sunlight. So algae having such capacity to produce the food material. But no doubt in the algae there are the absence of the vascular bundles, and as there is the absence of the vascular bundles, the conducting tissue are not well developed in case of this one. They are found in the fresh water, that is the ponds and ditches and the other resources of the water, or sometimes or some algae are found in the marine water, that is seashore. So in the sea especially, or near to the estuary. So such type of the characters of these algae are there. That is, they are aquatic, they are nutritionally autotrophic, there is the absence of root, stem and leaves, vascular bundles are not well developed, flowers are absent, they are microscopic or macroscopic. These all characters are found in the algae, or these algae having these all characters. So nutritionally, one more thing, they are autotrophic, chlorophyll pigment, that is algae having the chlorophyll pigment, so they can produce their own food material. So today we are going to concentrate on this chapter. Then first of all, introduction to the algae. In 1753, the word algae was used by the well-known scientist, that is Linnaeus, and this, just like I told you, this algae belongs to the Thallophyta, which is the primitive and simple group of the plant kingdom, that is in the evolution. These algae are so primitive in the evolution, and it belongs to the Thallophyta. One more thing, that is the study of algae is done in the science, that is the botany, which deals with the study of the branch of botany which deals with the study of algae. It is known as phycology. What is the phycology? Phycology is the branch of botany which deals with the study of algae, or there is the branch in which the study of algae is done. It is known as the phycology. Algae are the chlorophyllous primitive plant, and they are the unicellular to multicellular plant body. That is, suppose there is the example of this chlorella. Chlorella is the unicellular, and when we passes towards the caulerpa or padina, it is multicellular. Then nutritionally they are, just like I told you, they are autotrophic. Without root, stem and leaves, that is plant body is simple thallid plant body, that is absence of root, stem and leaves, and they are found in marine as well as the fresh water. Then general characters of the algae, that is algae, a well-known example of this algae are the Spirogyra, then Chlorella, then Chara, then Batrachospermum, then Euglena. These are the different types of the examples of these algae. So algae are the chlorophyll. First character of these algae are they having the presence of chlorophyll pigment. So they are chlorophyll bearing group of the plants, and as they have the chlorophyll pigment, it have the capacity to produce their own food material. So algae are nutritionally autotrophic. So there is the autotrophic mode of nutrition is there. Then simple thallid body is there. Simple thallid body, meaning of this one is that there is the absence of root, stem and leaves, that is plant body is known as the thallus. And as why they are known as thallus, that is there are the absence of root, stem and leaves. Algae are of two types, that is the primitive algae, that is known as the prokaryotic, and the advanced algae in which the cell contain, or we can say that the nuclear material, chromosomal material are well developed. So they are prokaryotic, like the nostoc is the anabina or nostoc are the prokaryotic, and remaining algae they are the eukaryotic. Prokaryotic algae do not show the sexual reproduction. They are only reproduced by the vegetative reproduction as well as the sexual means. That is, vegetative reproduction means there are the presence of heterocyst, and from this heterocyst it breaks open and new filament is formed. Then vegetative reproduction takes place by means of the fragmentation, just like I told you, that is the near to the heterocyst plant body breaks and it forms the pieces, and it is known as the fragmentation. So such type of the mean, that is due to the accidental mean, the pieces of this algae, filament of this algae breaks and it converts into the formation of the number of the pieces, and each piece behaves as the mother plant and it converts into the formation of the new plant body. Then next character is that the asexual reproduction occurs by the zoospores or aplanospores, that is the zoospore or aplanospores are formed by the asexual reproduction. In eukaryotic algae, sexual, asexual and vegetative method are present. Then almost all algae are aquatic in nature, that is some algae are found in association of the fungi to forms the lichen, or some algae are found in the roots of the cycas or in the plants. So maximum algae are aquatic in nature. They are found in the fresh water as well as the marine water, and that is when we take the example, that is Chara, then Spirogyra, Zygnema, these are the freshwater algae. But when we take the example of the Padina, Caulerpa, then sargassum. These all algae are found in the marine water, that is sea water particularly. Then plant body ranges from the unicellular to multicellular, and just like I told you, the vascular bundles are absent in the algal group. Then when the two filaments comes together by forming the gametic union, that is the two filaments of the different uh, different filaments, when they comes close to one another, opposite to one another, and in between the two cells of two different filaments, when the union is takes place, or when the union is takes place in between the two adjacent cell of the one and the same filament, then the gametic union is takes place. Gametic in the sense that is content of the cell, they unites and they forms the such type of the gamete. So gametic union when takes place, it resulted into the formation of the zygote. So zygote is the stage of due to the gametic union, the zygote is formed, and furtherly the zygote is converted into the formation of the new filaments by the meiotic division, and the haploid again spores are formed, and each spore is converted into the formation of the new filament. So this is the way of the reproduction in case of this one, and in this way the algal materials or algae are the simple thalloid body, then it is chlorophyllous, they are aquatic, found in fresh water as well as marine water. As they have the presence of chlorophyll, so they can produce their own food material. They are nutritionally autotrophic. Then vascular bundles are not well developed. They are non-flowering. So all these characters are found in this algae. So this is sufficient for today. So stay home, stay safe, have a nice day. Thank you very much.